everyone, Stella here, and welcome into a brand new episode on the long-term world. I apologize again. I know that I've had a lot of apologies going on recently, but there has been a lot happening. But as you can see behind me, this is our spawn chunks, and you guys would not recognize this area anymore. Originally, there was a big old iron farm right there, which is still there. There was originally as well a massive mob farm up in the air. We got rid of that in one of previous episodes, but we have completely overhauled this whole area. We've still got a lot to go, so we will be finishing off this area in this episode, as well as getting another thing together. We have also completely overhauled this area. So I have been watching a whole bunch of tutorial videos, a whole bunch of inspiration on YouTube, and well, this is the result. We now don't have a mega field of wheat just kind of sitting here looking really dull, looking really boring. We've got a whole much more to look at. We've got a whole bunch of armor stands. We're still waiting for a few people to redeem those. We've got a whole bunch of wheat and grass and leaves and trees. This looks so much more appealing to the eye, and I absolutely love it. But let's head back a bit. Let's rewind the clock just a tad and show you guys what had been happening between the last two episodes, or between the last episode and this episode, and get you guys all caught up. Hey everyone, it is Stella, and I do apologize for the massive delay in between the last episode, episode 13, and this episode. So today I'm going to take you guys through a bit of a look as to what has been happening in the last couple of months. Now, I have showed you this pond previously, but since the last episode came out, there has been a bunch of stuff happening in this world. We have now redecorated our spawn area. This is where we've got like this fantasy village kind of chilling here in the spawn chunks. We've got a whole bunch of these really cool little tents, and they actually turned out really nice. I love these and all of these little areas that you can kind of find around here. This is one of these like little log areas where you could be sitting around the campfire, and there's quite a few different bits and pieces around that show you quite a bit of immersion into this area. And well, here is the medieval tavern / fantasy tavern, and in here we actually have two different farms. So we have our total farm, or at the moment it's not running, but we needed to get a bunch of self-scoots, so we had a heap of scoot and turtles and stuff chilling in there. And then we've got ourselves a bee farm, which is at the moment going down all the way down here, so we've got quite a bit down there, and we have ourselves lots and lots of honey blocks ready to go for the big nether project that we have been ongoing since about October last year. It is absolutely incredible. But let me show you a few other details around this area. And well, flying back to give you guys a bit more detail, and let's actually pop down onto this tree. There is a 3/4 finished castle. We haven't finished it yet, okay? Just ignore that. But I do have to finish the detailing of these windows around all the other sections. But so far, it's not doing too badly. And I've also got to create a roadway that connects up to a roadway that we're actually going to be doing throughout this whole area. Now, this is the redesigned iron farm. Well, it's the same iron farm. It's just got a redesign around it. So this is the storage area. We've got ourselves a bunch of chests that contain iron in here. So these are the iron side, and then over on this side, you've got the roses. As you can hear, that iron golem is now dying. And then behind here, we've got ourselves some composters. So we have got a bone meal farm and lots of bone blocks. This has been running non-stop for many months now. Now, flying up to the second level, this will actually show you guys the inside of the farm. Here we go. So there is all of the modules that they were here before. The iron golems fall down into the water reservoirs, into the lava down below, and then end up dying. So this is still the same iron farm that's been here since very early game, but now is a little bit more fancy. And well, the next section is this tower, which actually is got a multi-use section to it. So not only does it hold our nether portal, which is up the top of the tower, there is actually a full-on shulker farm in here. So if we fly or hit here, we go down these steps, which is meant to be very dark and eerie. I love this. It is so cool. Very much reminiscent of the end. we pop on the gamma just because you guys wouldn't be able to see otherwise. And here is the full shulker farm. This is directly underneath the spawn chunks, and there is a fog effect going down to the bottom, which is really cool. I love the fog effects. Unfortunately, it's not as great on sodium compared to Optifine. This would be even better on Optifine, but unfortunately it is not. But this, I will leave a link for this farm down below. Honestly, this is incredibly efficient. As you can see, this is just, there are shulker shells everywhere, and this has actually not been running for a few months now. We've got so many shulkers that I doubt we're ever going to need to run this again. But a super simple design. There is a shulker and a snow golem here, and the snow golem hits the shulker and then it replicates itself and starts going. So let me turn this on. So we'll turn this on here, and then we'll jump down below into spectator, and you guys will be able to see what is going on. You can automatically see everyone starts aggroing a little bit or starts looking around. This will then open. There we go. And all of a sudden, there are shulker bullets flying everywhere. And this is how it works. So in a few moments, we should see some shells kind of fall down the bottom here when these guys take damage. There we go. There was 2 shulker shells just flying down this waterway. So this was I believe this was the RaysWorks design. I will confirm that, but there is no need for us to keep this on, so we are going to just turn that off because we really don't need any more. I've still got to do the design on the walls. That is, again, something that is on the Stella needs to do things list that, yeah, we're not going to talk about that list. That list is very long. Funnily enough, this actually also doubles as a glow squid farm. So, I mean, it's very useful. So we do get some glow squid ink, but again, so efficient for the shulker shells, it's incredible. And well, this is not the only area in the world that we have been focusing on. We have done a heckin' amount to the Nether. The Nether is completely transformed, so let me show you that right now. So popping in through our spawn portal, and we make our way to this area. So this is not your regular Nether. No, we are not on top of the Nether roof. We are actually below in the regular Nether. So this is being cleared out the first 600 by 600 blocks. So 600 in this direction, 600 in that direction. And from roof, where we've added in a basalt layer, all the way down to lava level is completely cleared out, which is a very large task in itself. We used a lot of TNT, we used a lot of pickaxes, and we are currently sitting at over 5.5 million netherrack and over 2.5 million basalt mined at this point in time. The next part of this project is extending the roof. So we are actually increasing it out to 1,000 by 1,000. So 500 in each direction from 0, 0 here in the Nether. So that does mean placing a lot of basalt blocks, and I've actually started on this side at the moment. So we are working down this direction, and you can just kind of see right at the back there that I'm still extending out this side of the wall. This is quite boring though, so I've been doing this off camera and just been chilling out and doing this. So eventually we will be finishing part 2 of this. So this was part 1, this first 600 by 600. The part 2 is getting the full length of the roof in, which is over 1 million basalt blocks, which is actually pretty incredible. And then from there, we will be going ahead and mining the extended perimeter downwards. And welcome back. Now that you guys are all caught up, we actually are going to be starting out right here along this walkway today. I want to actually completely clear up this area. So we're going to be making a bit of a different walkway, kind of similar to this, but probably without the stones and stuff like that. So a bit more coarse dirt, a little bit more podzol, some path blocks, and probably some brown probably some brown concrete, probably some brown terracotta as well. We have a whole bunch of different things, and let's sprucify this area. So all of the paths have been done now. They're all placed in, and we've also made ourselves an additional little wagon over here. And we're just about to finish up the last of this wagon as well. So I was thinking that this wagon's probably been sitting here for a while. So I wanted to add in just one spider web. I didn't want to go overboard with these spider webs. I know that they can start getting a little bit too much really quickly. So we're going to just add in a few little hay bales across here maybe. Let's add in another one right there. We're going to put a light source in here just so obviously we don't get any mobs, and it'll give quite a nice glow, I reckon, in contrast with the rest of the build. We're going to put a hay bale there, maybe another one there, and maybe we put a few just spilling out the back here. So I don't want that. You can't see that torch from the bottom, so that's perfect. And then maybe across right about here, we just throw down a few hay bales, we spam a couple up and down, and kind of make this area look like maybe it's been abandoned a little bit. That, you know, they were harvesting and they left the hay bales out here. Maybe it was, I don't know, a wet crop. Maybe it rained in the middle of the night. We don't know. We don't know what the story is. What about you guys? What do you think is the reason for the fact that this wagon was left here? I think that kind of finishes it off. We have gone for the acacia logs, which I don't generally use acacia. But, oh, hello. I didn't realize there was a water source still there. So we've gone for the acacia. Don't generally use it, but I actually think in this scenario, it actually stands out quite well, especially with the fact that it's two very different colors. If maybe we'd gone for like the birch, you can kind of see it rolls in a little bit towards these colors, whereas the orange really doesn't. It kind of stands out just like the scarecrows. So let's do a above point of view and show you guys what this whole area looks like. So here we go. Here is the above point of view. You can see that we've extended out just this walkway a little bit just to kind of incorporate the side a bit more, break up that really long straight flat edge that was there earlier. We've gone ahead and fixed up all of the pathways, giving it quite a unique look, but quite dirty, muddy kind of vibe. We've also gone ahead and obviously added in the wagon right there in the middle. And I actually think that that kind of ties in the last of this area. But that's actually perfectly because we've actually finished up this area now, which I am super happy with. The best part about this is that has been loading the whole time that we've been here. So we've actually been grabbing ourselves quite a bit of wheat as well. Not wheat, quite a few wool as well. And I've actually got myself a lot of wheat left over, which is perfect for future builds. I've actually got quite a bit left now. And we can use that into probably the farming district. I'll use those. But we're going to do a cleanup. Thankfully, it's only a couple of shulkers this time. Nothing too major. And then we're going to be on our way. Maybe adding in just a few things here and there as we go. And well, with everything here now finished, we've got the pathways in. We've got the barn all completely done. And everything else is starting to be decorated, as well as a few of these guys actually being named now. I think that's all we have time for in this episode. Thank you very much for everyone who stuck around to the very end, and I really do appreciate it. But with that, guys, I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.